Good morning, it's Monday 24th of July 2017. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.r11eng.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Daily News says, War Against Dengue. A nationwide campaign involving tens of thousands of volunteers and security personnel will be launched this week, placing the battle against dengue on a war footing to destroy mosquito breeding grounds in schools. A 4-day incentive cleanup drive will be initiated from Friday when students, parents, teachers and well-wishers will be invited to participate along with health officials and thousands of troops and police, Education Ministry officials said. Another highlight says, PM make impassioned public appeal. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe yesterday called for the stepping up of effort to control the spread of dengue and made an impassioned public appeal for cooperation to destroy mosquito breeding grounds in their neighborhoods. The highlight in the middle says, Sri Lanka moves to generate electricity from garbage. The government is to initiate 3 projects in the western province next month to generate electricity using municipal solid waste. The initiative forms the basis of measures to find a permanent solution to the fostering garbage crisis in urban areas. And the highlight at the bottom says, Not a planned assassination attempt, says police. 2 suspects arrested. A police officer escorting Jaffna High Court Judge Emil Angelian critically injured in Saturday's shooting in Nallur when an unidentified man opened fire passed away yesterday at the Jaffna Hospital. Let's now look at the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The top highlight says, Emotional judge bows to his bodyguard's widow. An emotional Jaffna High Court Judge Manika Vasagar Ilangelian was seen bowing to the wife of the police sergeant who was killed while providing security for him following the post-mortem in Jaffna yesterday morning. Another highlight says, TNA condemns attack. All persons responsible for the attack on Jaffna High Court Judge M. Ilangelian should be immediately arrested, the Tamil National Alliance said. The highlight in the middle says, Number of LG members will double. The number of members elected to 336 local government bodies under the new electoral system would be double, while the number of local government bodies would be increased by 1 Pradesh Sabha, Local Government and Provincial Councils Minister Faisal Mustafa said yesterday. And the highlight at the bottom says, HPDP presented to Cabinet today. The much-awaited framework agreement of the Hambantota Port Development Project will be presented to the Cabinet tomorrow by Ports and Shipping Minister Mahinda Samarsinghe, the Daily Mirror learns. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, GMOA threatens major strike. The Government Medical Officers Association will stage a countrywide strike tomorrow if the government fails to take action against the suppression of students fighting against the alleged illegality of the South Asian Institute of Technology and Medicine. The highlight in the middle says, 2 arrested in Nallur shooting. Police rule out attempt to kill Judge Ilangelian. 2 suspects were arrested yesterday in connection with the assassination attempt on the life of Jaffna High Court Judge M. Ilangelian last Saturday evening in Nallur. Another highlight says, Celebrating Ranil's 40 years in politics. A series of events was organized to invoke blessings on Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe, who completed 40 years in politics yesterday. And the highlight at the bottom says, Sergeant Premachandra killing tragic, says Prime Minister. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe expressed his condolence on the death of Police Sergeant Sarath Premachandra, who was killed whilst trying to protect the High Court Judge Emil Angelian, who is a member of the 3-judge trial at bar bench that is hearing the case pertaining to the gang rape and murder of a teenage Jaffna student, Vidya Sivaloganathan in Jaffna. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.